EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Bills, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
From the 30 on second down, Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back.
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0.
Bills, nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off 14-2.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Bills nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited about that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
The Cook getting the call there on 1st down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 4 there that gives him a new set of downs. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Those were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Second and 2. Now Cook running right. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. The kick by Bass is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, the one crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused. And here, he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
2nd and 13. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, They almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ballgame, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete. Hands it off out of the gun. 101 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback, and what a play there. Make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Going for the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
And just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On play action, it's Mahomes. Going deep for Diggs. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Bills are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And some room to run now. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
2nd and 11. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Back to throw. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line. They'll set up the throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
In motion, the tight end. From the gun, they'll try to run it. They find some open field here. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Right? Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And some space. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 68 yards. And the Chiefs have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Mahomes will throw for it. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. William Jackson with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And Hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
First down, Kansas City.
Now Mahomes. Touchdown! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Chiefs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Mahomes' throw taken in by Diggs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. Mahomes going to throw. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left sideline, it's complete.
He's got room at the 30, and they're going to get this down inside the 20.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Bills! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
First down, Kansas City.
Here's Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
The Bills take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And some room to maneuver. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs If you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Looking to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
226 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And the slot man goes in motion left. Slot man moves right.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
At the 6-yard line. 1st and 3.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Kansas City, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll return home next week.